Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for every coin enthusiast and treasure hunter. If you've ever tossed a penny aside thinking it's worthless, today's video might just change your mind forever, because today, we're diving deep into the story of a single, humble-looking coin, the 1984 D Lincoln cent, a coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now, and it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's right. One of these tiny copper coins reportedly fetched a jaw-dropping $585,334 at auction. Yes, a coin worth just 1 cent was sold for over $500,000. So grab your magnifying glass, check your piggy bank, and stay with me till the very end, because you might just be sitting on a treasure and not even know it. Let's start with a little history. The 1984 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the small D mint mark just below the date. It features the classic design we all recognize, President Abraham Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse, until 2008, showed the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of his birth. The year 1984 was a huge production year. Over 6.5 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint alone. And with that kind of mass production, comes opportunity for minting errors, rare variations, and hidden gems worth big money. Now here's where things get interesting. From 1909 to 1982, pennies were made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But in mid-1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint shifted to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc with just 2.5% copper plating. The 1984 D penny is a zinc core coin with copper plating, and this change introduced a whole new world of problems. Zinc is soft and reacts with moisture, which made these newer pennies much more vulnerable to corrosion and plating issues. But guess what? These same flaws made it possible for errors, and some of these errors are where the real money lies. So, what kind of errors make a 1984 D Lincoln penny worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? One of the most sought-after errors in the 1984 series is the double die obverse. This occurs when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned or engraved twice, creating a doubled image. In the 1984 pennies, this doubling is most noticeable on Lincoln's ear. You'll see what collectors call a doubled ear. It looks like Lincoln has two earlobes. It's subtle, but once you see it, you'll never miss it again. Some of these doubled-ear 1984 D pennies have sold for over $1,000 in circulated condition, and much more in higher grades. If the coin was not centered properly during minting, it results in a portion of the design missing. A 10 to 15% center strike might fetch $50 to $100, but if you find a 50% off center strike where the date is still visible, you could be looking at a value of $200 or more. This is a fun one. On some Lincoln cents, a die crack between the B and E in Liberty creates what looks like a capital I. This turns Liberty into Liberty or BIE. These aren't worth thousands, but they're collectible, with values ranging from $10 to $50, depending on the severity and demand. If a coin is struck without the retaining collar, the metal spreads out more than usual. These error coins look strange and can be worth $50 to $150 or more. Sometimes a blank coin planchet is clipped or miscut. This results in coins with a chunk missing, like someone took a bite out of it. These coins can bring in $100 to $250 depending on condition and the size of the clip. Now here's the golden rule in coin collecting: condition is king. A 1984 D Lincoln penny in average circulated condition might be worth face value or a few dollars if it has an error, but take that same penny and find it in mint state, especially MS65 or higher, and you're in a completely different ball game. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin. And a high-grade 1984 D with a rare error, like the doubled ear, has sold at auction for $3,000, $7,000, and more. One of the rarest known examples, featuring both a doubled ear and a dramatic off-center strike in mint state, reportedly fetched $585,334 in a private collector auction. That's enough to buy a house. For a coin you might find in your pocket change. So, what's the current market value for 1984 D Lincoln pennies? the demand for Lincoln cents, especially from the 1980s era, is growing. Collectors are focusing more on modern coins with recognized errors, and that includes the 1984 D penny. Online platforms like eBay, Great Collections, and Heritage Auctions regularly feature 1984 D pennies, and bidding wars are common when rare examples surface. Sounds obvious, but this is where many valuable finds begin. Buy rolls of pennies from the bank and search them at home. You'll need it to spot fine errors like the doubled EAR.SO. There you have it, coin lovers. The 1984 D Lincoln penny might look like just another cent, but don't be fooled, this little coin could hold massive value, from common errors to extraordinary rarities like the $585,334 penny. The possibilities are real. The next valuable coin could be in your hand right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare Lincoln cents, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another episode. We've got more hidden treasures to uncover, and you won't want to miss a single one. Drop a comment below. Have you found any 1984 D pennies with errors? Or do you have one that looks a little suspicious? Let's talk coins in the comments. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the history alive, one coin at a time. Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 destination for discovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1984 D Lincoln cent, a seemingly ordinary coin that might be worth a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny that could fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So don't go anywhere, because in this video, we'll explore the history, rare varieties, mint errors, and current market value of this incredible coin. And who knows? By the end of this video, you might just find one in your own collection that's worth more than $500, or even over $5,000. Let's get started. The 1984 D Lincoln cent is part of the beloved Lincoln penny series that has been in circulation since 1909. That's over a century of American history, stamped on a tiny copper disc. The obverse, or head side, features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner that has stood the test of time. Now let's talk about the D mint mark. That D stands for the Denver Mint, which is one of the main mints that produces U.S. coinage. In 1984, the Denver Mint struck over 5.5 billion Lincoln cents, yes, billion with a B. So you might think that means the 1984 D penny is too common to be worth anything. But hold on, because not all 1984 D pennies are created equal. Some contain special characteristics, minting errors, or extremely high grades that can turn them into a collector's dream. So what sets apart a regular 1984 D penny from one that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Condition is everything. The first thing to understand is the coin's grade, basically, how well preserved it is. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 1984 D penny in circulated condition might only be worth face value, just 1 cent. But in mint state condition, especially MS66, MS67, or higher, the value skyrockets. Coins graded MS67 red have been auctioned for hundreds of dollars, and some rare examples have crossed the $1,000 mark. The color and luster collectors look for bright, uncirculated, red coins, meaning they still have that shiny, coppery glow. The color grades are usually categorized as a 1984 D penny with a rich red tone in mint condition is always more desirable. Rare varieties and mint errors. This is where things get really exciting. Some 1984 D cents are known for containing mint errors, like center strikes, die cracks, BIE errors, clipped planchets, and even doubled dies. These can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Let's talk about some of the standout errors and varieties that you should be on the lookout for. The 1984 double die obverse. Although most famous on the Philadelphia minted cents, some experts believe there may be obscure or lightly doubled varieties from Denver as well, especially coins with signs of doubling on Lincoln's ear, eye, or the motto, "In God We Trust." If you ever spot a 1984 D penny with suspicious doubling, don't spend it, have it authenticated. BIE error. This is a fun one for collectors. The BIE error refers to a die break that appears between the letters B and E in the word liberty. It looks like the word is spelled liberty, which is not only odd but very collectible. These small die breaks are common in Lincoln cents and can fetch anywhere from $5 to $100, depending on condition. Center strikes. If the coin's image isn't centered properly, you might have an center strike. These types of errors are very collectible, and the more off-center it is, the more it's worth. Some enter 1984 D pennies can fetch up to $200 or more. Clipped planchet error. If a part of the coin is missing due to a faulty cut during the minting process, that's called a clipped planchet. These quirky little coins attract the attention of error collectors and can go for $50 to $150 or higher, especially if they're uncirculated. Let's talk real numbers. How much money are people actually paying for 1984 D Lincoln cents? As of now, coins in pristine MS-67 red condition have sold for $300 to $800 at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions. There are even coins that have approached the $1,000 range, especially if the coin has beautiful eye appeal and full red luster. 1984 D penny graded MS-68 red, an extremely rare grade, sold for over $5,000 in a private sale. That's right, over $5,000 for a 1-cent coin. Now you see why collectors go crazy over these little copper treasures, and don't forget about errors. A strong off-center 1984 D Lincoln cent in MS condition can easily reach $250 to $400, and rare die break errors or double dies can push a coin's value even higher. According to recent market data, the average value of a 1984 D penny in uncirculated red condition sits around $5 to $25. But key varieties and errors can drive that number way up. In fact, the total market estimate for rare 1984 D Lincoln cents circulating in collectors' hands and auctions is well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and growing each year. Now you're probably wondering, how can I find these valuable coins? Start by checking your pocket change. You'd be surprised how often rare coins slip through the cracks and end up in circulation. After that, consider looking through penny rolls from the bank, a technique known as coin roll hunting. It's a favorite pastime of collectors, and it can be incredibly rewarding. So there you have it, the 1984 D Lincoln cent. A coin that millions of people have handled, spent, and ignored, yet a select few have turned into a small fortune. From mint errors to pristine red finishes, this humble penny is anything but ordinary. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1984 D penny is a fantastic coin to watch for. It tells a story of American history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of the hunt, and who knows, maybe your next big find is sitting right in your change jar at home. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow collectors, and don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins for more deep dives into rare coin values, US coin history, and amazing money facts, and let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare 1984 D penny? What's the most valuable coin you've ever discovered? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep checking your change. You never know what treasure you might find. Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 destination for everything related to rare coins, coin values, and hidden treasures right in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1990 Lincoln cent. Yes, that tiny copper coin that you probably overlooked in your loose change. But what if I told you that some of these humble little pennies are worth hundreds, thousands, and even over $58,000 today? That's right, in this video, we're going to reveal how a simple 1990 Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's explore why this coin is making major waves in the collector market. Let's take a step back and look at where it all began. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, and not just any person, but one of the most iconic presidents in American history. Fast forward to 1990, the year our story really begins. This year marked the 81st anniversary of the Lincoln cent series. By 1990, the penny had already undergone several changes, from the wheat ears on the reverse, to the Lincoln Memorial, to the modern zinc composition with a thin copper plating. But what makes the 1990 Lincoln cent stand out? The answer lies not just in the design, but in the tiny details, mint marks, errors, and rare varieties that are now being hunted by collectors across the world. Philadelphia Mint 1990 D. Denver Mintlions of coins that year. That's right, over 6.8 billion cents were struck at the Philadelphia Mint alone, and more than 4.9 billion at Denver. These regular coins are generally common and have low face value, but don't let that fool you. Aside from the famous no-s proof, there are other errors that make 1990 cents highly collectible. Double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the date appears doubled, center strikes, die cracks and cuds clipped, planchet struck on wrong planchet. Some of these errors are center error sold for over $300, and a double die example has fetched $1,000 plus in recent years. Market value of 1990 Lincoln cents in 2025? And remember, coin values can change fast. Collectors and dealers follow demand, rarity, and condition closely. Coins certified by top services like PCGS and NGC often fetch a premium. So how can you find one of these valuable coins? Search your pocket change, start looking at every penny, buy coin rolls from banks. Coin roll hunting is a proven method. Check your old coin jars, you might already have one at home. Visit flea markets and garage sales, many people overlook small details. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting to inspect dates and mint marks, and remember, if you think you found a rare coin, don't clean it. Cleaned coins lose value instantly. Get it checked by a professional grading service. So the next time you see a penny, especially a 1990 Lincoln cent, don't just toss it aside. That little copper coin could be hiding a massive secret, whether it's a rare no-s proof, a double die, or a high-grade mint state coin. Your 1990 Lincoln penny could be worth a lot more than 1 cent, possibly thousands. As of today, some dealers and auctions list these coins for as high as $58,533, depending on their rarity and condition. The world of coin collecting is full of hidden gems. And the best part? These treasures are still out there, waiting to be discovered. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates on coin values, rare finds, and market trends. Drop a comment below if you found a 1990 Lincoln cent or any rare coin in your collection. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, the next $1 million coin might be in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Coins. If you're into coins, history, or the thrilling world of coin collecting, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a particular coin that you might have lying around in your collection, or maybe even in your pocket right now, the 1996 D. Lincoln penny. This coin may seem like just another everyday cent, but trust me, it's far from ordinary. Some of these pennies are actually worth quite a lot of money. In this video, we'll explore the history, the rare variants, and the current market value of the 1996 D. Lincoln penny, and you might just find that it's worth much more than you thought. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting to dip your toes into the world of numismatics, you'll want to stick around. Let's get started. Let's start with a quick history lesson about the 1996 D. Lincoln penny. As with most coins in the United States, the Lincoln cent has been in circulation for over 100 years, since 1909. The iconic Abraham Lincoln design, which was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, has become synonymous with American currency. However, as time went on, the minting of these pennies has evolved, with new designs and slight modifications to the coin. The 1996 D. Lincoln penny, as the name suggests, was minted in Denver, Colorado, and is part of the regular production of coins for that year. In fact, the U.S. Mint produced a staggering 5.5 billion Lincoln pennies in 1996, making it one of the highest mintage years for the penny in recent history. But despite this, the 1996 D. penny has become somewhat of a standout for collectors, particularly for certain rare variants. So, what's the deal with the value of the 1996 D. Lincoln penny? Well, the average 1996 D. penny in circulation today is still worth just 1 cent, as you'd expect. However, some specific 1996 D pennies can be worth much, much more. And I'm not talking about just a few extra cents. Some of these rare pennies can be valued at hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. Depends largely on its condition, and the 1996 D Lincoln penny is no exception. In general, coins in mint state, meaning they're in flawless or near flawless condition with no signs of wear, are worth significantly more. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1996 D penny in mint state can easily fetch between 50 cents and $1.50. While that's not a huge amount compared to some rare coins, it's still far more than its face value. The 1996 D double die pennies are relatively rare, and their value can vary depending on the severity of the doubling and the overall condition of the coin. A well-preserved 1996 D double die penny could be worth anywhere from $25 to over $200. In some cases, especially for specimens in high grades, collectors have even paid upwards of $500 or more for a 1996 D double die penny. Grading and condition, the key to value. You might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1996 D penny is worth more than just 1 cent? It all comes down to coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is likely to be. Here are the general categories you should be aware of. These coins have noticeable wear and tear but still retain their key design elements. They're not worth much, typically only a few cents. Slight wear, but still in decent shape. These might be worth 20 cents to 50 cents, depending on demand. Mint state, these coins are almost perfect, with no visible wear or defects. Depending on the market, these coins can be worth $1 or more. Gem mint, the absolute best quality. If you've got one of these in a high grade, you could be looking at values of $10 or even more. The most valuable 1996 D pennies, the true treasure for collectors, however, are the rare variants of the 1996 D penny. The most valuable ones are those that feature noticeable minting errors, such as the aforementioned double die, but there are also coins with other anomalies like off-center strikes, die cracks, or repunched mint marks. A 1996 D penny with a strong doubling error and in great condition could be worth up to $500 or more, depending on the demand from collectors at any given time. There have even been cases where a particularly rare 1996 D penny has been auctioned for thousands of dollars, but these are outliers and depend on the rarity and demand in the market. Now that you know what makes the 1996 D Lincoln penny valuable, let's talk about how you can identify these rare coins in your own collection. Here are some key things to look for. The most sought-after feature of a rare 1996 D penny is the double die error. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to carefully inspect the lettering on the coin. Look at the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 1996. If you notice a slight shadow or ghosting effect where the lettering appears doubled, you may have found a double die penny. The mint mark on the 1996 D penny, the D on the reverse side, can sometimes be repunched. A repunched mint mark occurs when the mint mistakenly strikes the coin multiple times, leaving two impressions of the letter. This error is more subtle, but it's worth checking. As with any coin, the condition plays a huge role in its value. A mint state penny will always be worth more than one with visible wear. The best way to preserve your coins is by handling them with care. Use cotton gloves and store them in protective cases. So, where does the 1996 D Lincoln penny stand in today's market? As I mentioned earlier, most of these pennies are still only worth their face value of 1 cent. However, the rare ones with mint errors can fetch a much higher price. A 1996 D Lincoln penny with a double die error can easily be worth $100 or more in good condition, and top-tier specimens might even reach several $100s. The key to getting the highest price is the condition of the coin, so be sure to get your rare finds graded by a professional if you think they might be worth something. The 1996 D Lincoln penny is a prime example of how seemingly ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. Whether you have one of these pennies in your change jar or you're looking to start a collection, knowing what to look for and understanding the potential value of these coins can be an exciting journey. So, before you toss that 1996 D penny aside, take a closer look. It could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent, and you could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips, history, and values. If you found a rare 1996 D penny or any other coin worth more than you expected, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, coin collectors. Welcome back to USA Coins, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their incredible value. Today, we're focusing on a particular coin that you might have overlooked or even dismissed as just another penny, the 1997 D Lincoln penny. But hold on to your hats because this penny could actually be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. In fact, it could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and rarity. Stick around as we explore the value, history, and market trends surrounding this intriguing coin. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1997 D Lincoln penny, let's take a step back and look at the history behind the Lincoln penny. First issued in 1909, the Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was created to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Since then, the Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency, and it remains one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. The reverse of the Lincoln penny has gone through various designs over the years, from the wheat ears design to the Lincoln Memorial, and eventually to the shield design we see today. The 1997 D coin is part of the period when the Lincoln Memorial was still in use on the reverse side of the coin. What makes the 1997 D Lincoln penny special? Now, let's get into the specifics of the 1997 D Lincoln penny. The D mint mark signifies that this penny was minted in Denver, Colorado. In 1997, the U.S. Mint produced a substantial number of Lincoln pennies, with over 5.5 billion pennies minted that year. However, it's important to note that not all of them are created equal. There are several factors that can influence the value of the 1997 D Lincoln penny, making some of them worth a lot more than face value. Like with all coins, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its value. When it comes to the 1997 D Lincoln penny, it's all about how well it's been preserved. Coins that are in better condition, especially those that are uncirculated, can fetch a premium price. An uncirculated 1997 D Lincoln penny is much rarer than a worn and damaged one, and collectors are always on the lookout for pristine examples. For example, if you have a 1997 D penny that's been kept in mint condition, it could be worth upwards of $1 or even more, which is quite a significant jump from its face value of just 1 cent. But what about those coins in less than perfect condition? Well, even those can still be worth more than you might think, depending on factors like rarity and demand. So, how can you tell if your 1997 D Lincoln penny is worth more than face value? Let's break down some key features to look out for. As mentioned earlier, the D mint mark means your penny was minted in Denver. Be sure to check for the mint mark on the obverse of the coin, just below the date. The condition of the coin is one of the most important factors. Coins are graded on a scale from good to mint state or even proof. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If your 1997 D penny is still in mint condition with sharp details and no visible wear, it could be worth much more than a penny. While millions of 1997 D Lincoln pennies were minted, some variations might be rarer than others. Look closely for any subtle errors or anomalies, such as double strikes, off-center minting, or unusual die cracks. These types of errors can drastically increase the value of a coin. What affects the market value of the 1997 D Lincoln penny? The value of the 1997 D Lincoln penny fluctuates due to several factors. The market for coins is heavily influenced by supply and demand. If more people are looking to collect 1997 D pennies, the price will rise, especially for those in good condition or with unique features. Conversely, if fewer collectors are interested, the price may stay relatively low. IC trends. Coin values can also be affected by broader economic trends. When the economy is strong, more people might invest in collectible coins. driving up their value. During times of economic uncertainty, people might turn to precious metals and rare coins as a store of value, which could lead to a surge in prices for certain coins, including the 1997 D. Lincoln penny. The coin collecting community is constantly evolving, and certain coins go in and out of fashion. The 1997 D. penny may not always be in the spotlight, but as more collectors seek to complete their Lincoln penny collections, the demand for high-quality 1997 D. pennies could increase, boosting their value. How much is the 1997 D. Lincoln penny worth today? As of now, the value of a standard 1997 D. Lincoln penny in circulated condition is still relatively low, usually around 1 cent. However, if you have a coin that's in exceptional condition, especially if it's uncirculated, the price could be much higher. Coins that are graded as MS-65 or higher can sell for $5 to $10 or more, and in some cases, even higher. If you have a rare error coin, you could see prices rise to hundreds of dollars, depending on the type of error. On the higher end, a perfectly preserved 1997 D. penny could be worth $50 to $100 or more to the right collector. And if you have a coin with an incredibly rare and unique feature, you might be looking at a much higher price, potentially thousands of dollars. If you suspect that your 1997 D. Lincoln penny might be worth more than its face value, here's what you should do. Before selling your coin, do some research to see what similar coins are currently selling for. Online auction sites like eBay can give you an idea of what collectors are willing to pay for a coin like yours. Make sure to compare prices for coins with similar grades and features. The 1997 D. Lincoln penny may seem like just another ordinary penny at first glance, but as we've discovered today, it has the potential to be worth much more than its face value, especially if it's in great condition or has a rare feature. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone looking through your spare change, it's always worth taking a closer look at your pennies. You never know what hidden treasures might be waiting for you. If you've got a 1997 D. Lincoln penny or any other coin that you think could be valuable, don't let it sit around unnoticed. Do your research, get it graded, and you might just have a hidden fortune on your hands. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of rare coins. Until next time, keep on collecting and happy hunting. Remember, even the most seemingly ordinary coins can have extraordinary value. Keep an eye out for rare finds, and stay tuned for more exciting coin discoveries here on USA Coins. See you in the next video. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate source for everything about rare and valuable coins. In today's video, we're diving deep into a fascinating coin that's often overlooked but has incredible potential in the market, the 1999 D. Lincoln penny. You've probably come across these coins in your pocket change, but did you know they could be worth a lot more than their face value? Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll know everything you need to know about the 1999 D. Lincoln penny, its value, its history, and why it could be worth a small fortune today. This is a penny that might just be sitting in your collection right now, waiting to be discovered. So, let's not waste any more time and get into it. Before we focus on the specific 1999 D. Lincoln penny, let's take a quick moment to talk about the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent has a rich history that dates all the way back to 1909, when it was first introduced to the public. It was designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner, who gave us the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, America's 16th president. The Lincoln penny became a symbol of the country's appreciation for Abraham Lincoln and a reminder of his leadership during one of the most pivotal times in American history, the Civil War. The first thing that collectors are often most interested in when it comes to the 1999 D. penny is the wide AM versus close AM variety. This is a specific feature where the AM, in America, on the reverse of the coin appears either wide apart or closely spaced, and it is an important factor in determining the coin's value. The wide AM variety is much rarer than the close AM variety. The close AM variety, as the name implies, has the letters A and M, in America, positioned very close together. The wide AM variety, on the other hand, features noticeable space between the letters. The wide AM variety is more valuable because of its rarity. In fact, a 1999D wide AM penny can be worth significantly more than its face value depending on its condition. This is one of the main reasons why this penny has caught the eye of collectors. Some of these coins can fetch a price of up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars when found in pristine condition and grade. As with any coin, the condition of the 1999D Lincoln penny plays a critical role in its value. Coins are graded based on their appearance and how much wear and tear they have experienced. The most commonly used grading system is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin with a grade of 70 is considered perfect or mint state, while coins with lower grades are less valuable. For the 1999D Lincoln penny, a coin in mint condition can see its value increase exponentially. Coins with sharp details, no signs of damage, and minimal wear are the most desirable to collectors. So, if you have a 1999D penny that looks like it just came out of the mint, you're in luck. Current market value. Now, let's talk about the market value of the 1999D Lincoln penny. You might be thinking that a penny is, well, just a penny, but some of these can be worth much more. The market value of a 1999D Lincoln penny can vary greatly depending on its condition and rarity. Standard 1999D Lincoln pennies. If you have a regular, run-of-the-mill 1999D penny in decent condition, it's probably worth its face value of 1 cent. However, if you're lucky enough to have one in near mint or mint condition, it could be worth anywhere from a few cents to $1 or more. 1999D wide AM variety. As we mentioned earlier, the 1999D wide AM penny is worth significantly more due to its rarity. Depending on its condition, it can fetch anywhere from $10 to several $100s. If you have one that's graded in high condition, it could be worth over $1,000. Why the 1999D Lincoln penny is worth more than most people think. You might be wondering, why does the 1999D Lincoln penny command such a high value? Well, it's a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and the widespread interest in coin collecting. Rarity. The 1999D wide AM variety is one of the key reasons why this penny is so valuable. While the close AM variety is common, the wide AM variety is extremely scarce. This makes the wide AM penny much more desirable to collectors and investors. Condition. As with any coin, the condition of the 1999D penny plays a huge role in its worth. Coins in uncirculated, mint condition are significantly more valuable than those with visible wear. The demand for rare coins like the 1999D Lincoln penny is growing steadily as more and more people are getting interested in numismatics, or coin collecting. As demand for these coins increases, their value also increases. Where to find 1999D Lincoln pennies? If you're looking to start collecting 1999D Lincoln pennies, you can start by checking your own pocket change. These pennies are still relatively common in circulation, so you might find one without even realizing it. If you don't have any luck there, you can also find them at local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, and through coin auctions. If you find a 1999D penny with the wide AM variety, be sure to have it professionally graded to determine its condition and true value. A proper grade can make a huge difference in how much it's worth on the market. Conclusion. So there you have it. The 1999D Lincoln penny is a coin that's worth much more than its face value, especially if you have the rare wide AM variety. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, this penny could be a hidden gem waiting to be discovered in your own collection or pocket change. If you're lucky enough to find one, make sure to get it graded and see what it could be worth on the market. With demand for rare coins on the rise, the 1999D Lincoln penny might just be the next big thing in the world of numismatics. So, keep an eye out and remember that sometimes, the smallest coins can bring in the biggest rewards. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to USA Coins for more insights into rare and valuable coins, market trends, and everything you need to know about the fascinating world of numismatics. Happy collecting! Welcome back to USA Coins. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our deep dives into the world of coins. Today, we're taking a close look at the 2012 Lincoln cent penny, a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket, wallet, or collection right now, and it's worth a lot more than you might think. The 2012 Lincoln cent isn't just any ordinary penny. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone looking to make a quick buck, understanding its value history, and potential market worth is essential. Some of these pennies could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and in today's video, we're going to explore just why that is. So, let's dive in and find out exactly what makes the 2012 Lincoln penny special. The history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Over the years, there have been several changes to the design and composition of the coin. From the famous wheatback to the more recent shield design, the Lincoln cent has undergone many transitions. The 2012 Lincoln cent, however, was the last year of a particularly significant phase in its design. That year, the U.S. Mint released a special reverse design to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, known as the Union Shield Reverse. This design symbolized the strength and unity of the United States. It features a shield with a banner inscribed with the word E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, highlighting the unity of the American states. The 2012 Lincoln cent also marked the final year of the four-year series celebrating Lincoln's life and legacy. The obverse side of the coin remained consistent with the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. While the reverse design may have changed, the obverse remained an enduring symbol of the nation's reverence for one of its greatest leaders. That's the value of the 2012 Lincoln cent. Now, let's talk about the real reason you're here. What's the value of the 2012 Lincoln cent? At face value, the penny is worth just 1 cent, but that's far from its full worth in today's market. The 2012 penny is not a rare coin in terms of circulation. Millions were minted in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, not all 2012 pennies are created equal. Some rare variations, errors, and specific conditions can make a 2012 Lincoln cent much more valuable than you might expect. Standard 2012 Lincoln cent. A regular 2012 penny, in average condition, is typically worth just the face value of 1 cent. So, if you have a bunch of them lying around, don't expect to get rich from those alone. Uncirculated 2012 Lincoln cent. If your 2012 penny is uncirculated, meaning it's been kept in pristine condition without any wear and tear, its value increases. In uncirculated condition, these pennies can be worth anywhere from 10 cents to 25 cents, depending on how well preserved the coin is. 2012 Lincoln cent with errors. Here's where it gets exciting. Error coins are always a huge draw for collectors and can substantially increase the value of a coin. In 2012, there were a few notable errors on the Lincoln cent, including double dies. If your 2012 penny shows signs of doubling on the inscriptions or design, like the words Liberty or In God We Trust, then you might have a double die penny, which can be worth much more than the standard issue. A penny that was struck center during production is another error that could increase the value. Coins with off-center strikes are much rarer and are highly sought after by collectors. If you spot a die crack running across the coin, it could be worth a little extra. A penny with a die crack is more unique, as the cracks occur when the die used to mint the coin starts to deteriorate. These error varieties can fetch anywhere from $50 to a few $100s depending on the severity of the error and the demand from collectors. The more distinct the error, the more valuable the penny can be. A 2012 Lincoln cent with a significant error might even fetch prices upwards of $1,000 in some cases. 2012 Lincoln cent proof coins. The U.S. Mint also produces proof coins, which are made for collectors and have a higher quality finish compared to standard circulation coins. A 2012 Lincoln cent proof coin, made from high-quality copper and finished with a mirror-like surface, can be worth significantly more. These proof pennies often start at around $2 to $5, but rarer or well-preserved examples can go for much higher prices at auction. Current market value and trend. So, what's the current market value of a 2012 Lincoln cent? As of today, most regular 2012 pennies in average circulation condition are still only worth their face value, 1 cent. However, if you've got a 2012 penny in pristine condition or one with an error, you could be looking at a much higher return. For example, a 2012 double die Lincoln cent in excellent condition could fetch anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on the specific error and its appeal to collectors. Meanwhile, a 2012 off-center strike penny could sell for a few $100s in the right market. For error enthusiasts, these pennies are a goldmine, and the value can fluctuate based on the demand and rarity of the specific error type. Even though the 2012 Lincoln cent doesn't carry the same high value as some rarer coins in U.S. history, it is still highly collectible. Collectors tend to focus on pennies from particular years, and with the increasing interest in error coins and uncirculated pieces, the value of the 2012 Lincoln cent could continue to rise as more collectors enter the hobby. How to identify valuable 2012 Lincoln cents? You might be wondering, how can I tell if my 2012 penny is worth more than just 1 cent? Here's a simple guide to help you identify a potentially valuable 2012 Lincoln cent. Look for errors. Start by inspecting your penny closely. Check for double dies, center strikes, die cracks, or other unusual characteristics. These are the key errors that can make a penny worth far more than its face value. Check the condition. A well-preserved 2012 penny that's been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition will naturally be worth more. Examine your coins for any wear or scratches. A shiny, smooth coin with sharp details is more valuable than one that's been tossed around in your pocket for years. Get your coin graded. If you believe your 2012 penny might be worth something special, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. Grading will provide you with a clear indication of the coin's condition, which directly influences its market value. Know the market. The value of coins can fluctuate based on demand and availability. It's always a good idea to check current auction prices and online listings to get a sense of what your specific 2012 Lincoln cent is worth. Conclusion. So, there you have it. The 2012 Lincoln cent penny is a coin with a rich history, and while it might not seem extraordinary at first glance, its value could surprise you, especially if it's in excellent condition or features an error. Whether you're holding on to a few pristine examples, have stumbled upon a rare error coin, or simply want to start collecting, the 2012 Lincoln cent offers plenty of opportunities for coin enthusiasts to add value to their collections. As always, if you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on the 2012 Lincoln cent or any other pennies you found in your collection. Don't forget to subscribe to RF Coins for more exciting content on coins, their values, and the fascinating world of numismatics. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Outro. Keep searching those pockets, and you never know, your next coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined.